Good evening, junkies. Welcome to EminiJunkie.com, your ES Trading Mentor's free trading video for Friday, July 30th, 2010. Today we had a total of 10 executable trade signals for a max potential of 39 ES ticks. This video is for educational purposes only. It's intended to highlight our high probability trade setups, give you a feel for the quantity of trades taken each trading day using this approach. A full trading plan and daily live trading room can be accessed via our website at EminiJunkie.com. Okay, we opened up this morning at 86.50 and immediately traded into a signal long. That produced targets 1 and targets 2 to the upside for 6 ticks, and then we had a quick extension move to the downside that gave you an extension entry for targets 1 and targets 2 for 8 ticks to the downside. Now there was the Chicago PMI that came out, and obviously that news comes out released to its members 3 minutes earlier than the rest of the market. Very fast move up, came down, gave an entry for target 1. Now what was interesting on this, most of the folks in our room were able to take target 2, and we took it in front of this half gap just because we expected the half gap to be resistance. Unfortunately, the half gap was the official target. The market eventually came back down and stopped out. So in this video I'm counting this as a T1 minus 2, although most of us were taking profits as we were front running the half gap fill on that particular trade. The market did a little switch back, and actually we had more news at 9:55. Now we have a signal here that fired at 9:54. Again, we don't typically take a trade within 3 minutes of a news announcement. I'm going to go ahead and count this as a T0 minus 14 full stop out, but again, most folks in our room did not take this trade because we were waiting for the news to come and go, and obviously the news was positive. The market went flying higher, gave us an entry to get long, and that did produce targets 1 and targets 2 to the upside for 7 ticks. So right there between those two trades, that was a difference in tick count of about 20 ticks. So you could have had 20 ticks better than what we're even showing on this video had you been in our room and just followed some of the disciplines that we take day in, day out. So anyway, the market pushed higher, went up towards the 415 close, was rejected off that, came back down through our moving average, gave us a signal to get short, got our first contract off, ended up getting stopped out on the second position as the market pushed higher and went all the way back up towards the 4 o'clock close, found a rejection off that, came back to our moving average, gave us an opportunity to get long. That did produce targets 1 and targets 2 to the upside for 11 additional ticks as we moved up through our daily pivot. Once we got to the 10:45 confirmation time, the market kind of traded a little bit sideways and actually was rejected, came down. Did not get a signal reset here. We actually got another signal long, got our first contract off, ended up stopped out to the downside, and we started falling off towards the lunchtime dead zone. Now there was a trade that set up right inside the dead zone. Again, we do not initiate any new trades after 11:30. So we won't show that between 11:30 and 1:15. We kind of sit on our hands, wait for lunch to get over. As soon as lunch was over, we actually had a real nice setup to the downside. Targets 1 and targets 2, 7 ticks on that particular move. And then the market continued to sell off a little bit. Had a real fast extension move. Didn't get into it on the first pullback, but just following that extension up, it actually gave us an entry right here at 95.25 right before our quitting time. And that was a monster trade as the market went back through the pivot, and that did produce targets 1 and targets 2 for 16 additional ticks. So even showing those couple of unfortunate incidences that had you been blindly following the system and not been part of our room, you might have had you would have had 10 trades for 39 ES ticks. Had you been able to avoid the news trade and some of the other instances, could have had 20 additional ticks here. So what would that have been? About 59.60 ES ticks for the day. So anyway, great day, cap off a great week for us. 10 trades, 39 ES ticks. I want to thank you for watching. For more details on this plan, including all the chart setups, or to join our live trading room video newsletter, please visit EminiJunkie.com or simply click the link at the top of the screen. Thanks, and make it a great day.